Hey guys, we back again tonight. Okay, I know I'm like days late. All right, I really was trying to do one every day, but I had kind of a hectic weekend and a hectic start to my week. All right, but we back and we winding down. Okay, all right. I feel like you guys know the deal by now. If you've watched 2 or 3 of these videos, you already know that we about to be winding down. We're gonna just do a little drinking and talking. Okay, that's where I'm at right now, okay? So, I got my wine in my G cup, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a G, and G's don't drink out of wine glasses, bruh, all right? So if you thought so, now you know. Won't be doing all that. Anyway, I'm in here straight chilling tonight. Like, I got on, like, basketball shorts, and I'm just in my chill clothes at the crib. But I really wanted to come and bring y'all a video because it's been some days. So, cheers, all right? Hopefully you've already gotten you something to drink. You know what I'm saying? At this point, I feel like before you clicked on this, if you was gonna drink, you would have already had your drink prepared and ready to sit and drink and talk with me, okay? So I normally give you that time to go ahead and go get you something, but right now I feel like you should know. And if you don't know, technically now you do know, okay? Pause me, go get you something, come back, but I'm about to go ahead and drink and get into this video. One more. All right, guys. So, like I said, I'm gonna jump just right into this. I wanted to come to you guys tonight with a coming out story. Okay, a coming out story slash me finding myself. Pretty much. All right, because one may say I was a late bloomer. All right, and they may be right, okay? But I'm glad that I did finally bloom, all right? It was late, but it happened. So first of all, let me just tell you that, basically like I grew up straight, okay? I'm gonna quote that, but it's true. Like I grew up straight, okay? I wasn't like tomboy all growing up, I didn't play a lot of sports or anything like that. I pretty much was just doing what I was supposed to do as a girl, okay? What society told me I was supposed to do and all that, I just stuck with that. I was never the most girly girl, definitely not. But I definitely did girly things, So, boom, that's like the young me, okay? Fast forward to like high school me, basically. So I lost some weight coming back from middle school, like from the summer of middle school to high school, I lost like 30 pounds, right? So you couldn't tell this bitch I wasn't fly, okay? You could not tell me that I was not slaying the game out here 30 pounds lighter. So I came back to high school like straight girly, if you will. Honestly, like my middle school was real tomboyish. I used to wear big jeans. I used to wear my brother's shirts. I really was friends with all the homies. All the dudes was just friends with me. It was never like nobody was ever trying to holler at me. I wasn't really ever trying to holler at anybody except this one person. Oh my God, this one dude, I just loved him. But really I loved him because he was so cool. And I was like, dang, y'all want to spend more time with him because he's dope. And he still is dope to this day, actually. You know what I'm saying? He's married and like 4 kids later, but he's still cool as shit. So anyway, like I said, boom, came back from middle school into high school, looking snatched, bitch. Started wearing like skirts and stuff. Just started to really embrace my girly side. I was getting a little older, and really all my friends were doing it. My friends were starting to lose their virginity, and they were all into boys, and I just felt like I needed to be. So when I came back to school all girlied out with my skirts on and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was like, oh snap, KP, oh snap. They was showing me, they was giving me attention that I wasn't used to. Not really big on attention, to be honest. I really don't like a whole bunch of people like on me. It's kind of like, okay, get off me, go do something else. It is what it is. But anyway, they were showing me a lot of attention, as well as the dudes, okay? Mainly the dudes. My friends were like, oh, look at you, which is cool. But the dudes were actually giving me attention that they've never given me because I never really dressed girly and even acted like I wanted that attention. So, dudes started hollering at me basically, almost for like the first time in my life, maybe about 15. They started hollering at me, and so I felt a little good about myself, you know what I'm saying? Pop my collar if I had one, you feel me? So, hell, I started making the most of it. I started talking to dudes and following my friends' leads and stuff like that. Also, it was like I was starting to get curious about sex, and like I said, my friends were trying it, so I wanted to try it. So I was like, I gotta find me a boyfriend real quick. I gotta find me a boyfriend. Like, I can't be a slut bucket. I can't be a thought bucket, be out here just sleeping with everybody. So I had to find me a boyfriend, which I did. He was a virgin, and I thought that was low key perfect. Um, Later on, I realized that that was really a bad decision. Two virgins should never lose their virginity together because neither one of them know what they're doing. So honestly, me losing my virginity was like, what? That's it. That's what the hype's about. That's what all my friends is tripping about, and that's what all these girls act like they got to have. I was like, it's alright. I was not pressed at all. So we hung out for a little bit. He actually ended up cheating on me with some chick because we went to separate schools. He ended up cheating on me. I found out, so I broke up with him. After that, I've had a few more boyfriends and stuff like that. Um, I wasn't with that many people, but I definitely was with like a nice amount of people before my adult age, kind of, sorta. When I was a senior in high school, I asked my mom, like, hey, Ma, can I move out when I turn 18? She was like, sure. I was like, what? Okay. I was like, that's simple, that's done. So I started working real hard and, trying to like save money to move out after graduation. So I met this dude. Well, I ain't gonna say I met him. I knew him in high school. He always tried to holler at me. Like, he always tried to come at me. I was always telling my friends and my best friend, to tell Christina I said, what's up? Tell KB to holler at me. And I was always like, ugh, he a dirty butt. He whack. Like, I ain't doing that. So, fast forward again to me being 18, senior in high school. I actually run into this dude again because at the time I had an ex. I had a boyfriend who was like, honestly, to this day, I still love him to death, okay, for real. We still cool, all that. He's about to be married, got 2 kids, but we still so tight. He was really like my best friend. So he had pissed me off with some chick that I heard he was talking to, drama. We was teenagers. So I see this other dude from school that's always been trying to chase me and get at me. He was finally looking kind of fresh, all right? He wasn't like a dirty butt no more. Nigga was looking kind of aight. So I was with my homegirl and I was like, I should let him holler at me, huh? And she was like, yeah, girl, yeah, he look like he got money. You know how girls be doing. So I was like, all right, cool. So I get with him. This nigga is like, you would have thought like I made his life, okay? For real. He finally got me, all right? And he was not letting go. You understand me? He wasn't trying to let go, all right? I quickly realized that I wasn't too happy with him because just to make it short and simple, he's an asshole, all right? He's really an asshole. He's really mean and really rude and nasty all the time. So I quickly realized that I didn't really like him. However, he kind of guilted me into staying. He always was he was a crier in the beginning for sure. And he just was always like, don't leave. I'll change this. I'll change that. So I ended up just staying with this dude forever, all right? Unhappy for like the longest, okay? We were together for almost 10 years, all right? Here's the kicker. We got married, all right? I married this dude when I was about 24, okay? 25, because we had my daughter, okay? And so my mom was like, you should marry him, blah, 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 blah. She really wanted me to get married. And so did he, honestly. He proposed to me when I was pregnant, and I said yes, but my intentions were never to marry him, okay? I just said yes because it's like, I'm pregnant, clearly. I'm not about to be fucking anybody else with your baby inside of me. So sure, we were living together at the time. I was like, yeah, no big deal. Never really had the intentions of doing it. However, I kind of got caught up in some silly little Facebook challenge about upload a picture of you and your fiance and you'll win a free marriage planning package. I did it. We won. The girl planned the marriage because I didn't really have a wedding. I wasn't into it like that. I bought me a little $50 dress from David's Bridal. We had us a little reception. It was cool. It was fun. I was really low-key excited about the reception because I put time into it with planning it with this girl. And so I was ready to party. You know what I'm saying? All of our friends, family, and everybody was coming. I was going to be looking cute. So I was ready to party. You know what I'm saying? So we had a good time. We did get married. We were only married and stayed together for 6 months, okay? We were married in May. He moved out in November because he found out I was talking to women. Okay. Um, Basically, all right, I met this girl where I was working at the time, and she was everything. All right, I think I told you guys about her in my last video, how when we met, it was like we connected, and I was like, yo, she's amazing. Okay, she's absolutely amazing. She was just so open and so free, and I was able to just talk to her, and we just like immediately connected. We just immediately got tight, and we started hanging out like every day. Um, and she was a lesbian, so it may have been a little of both with why I was so attracted to her, because I'm gonna kind of go back a little bit. I know I told you guys the leading up story, but like for real, the backstory of me, whenever I was younger, I always thought girls were pretty. Okay, I always thought girls were pretty. I mean, boys was like, oh, okay, I mean, they all right, they nice looking, but girls was like, ooh, she is so pretty. And I used to always think it was kind of weird, but then I used to always justify it by saying girls say other girls are pretty all the time. I feel like I need a wine break. We 11 minutes in. I'm gonna really try to wrap this up, but I need you guys to feel me and understand me. So basically, I always justified it by saying, other girls think other girls are pretty all the time. So, no big deal. I always looked at women, but I never really made it a huge deal. It's not like I struggled with my sexuality through my life. I did what I thought I was supposed to do. Never thought it was anything fun, or anything like that. But I never struggled with kind of who I was as a child. I just went with the flow. So again, like I've always had those feelings and this and that. When I met her, it was like, yo, you're everything. So me, straight Chris fashion, I straight up told her, like, after we had been hanging for a little bit, I told her, like, look, I want you. And she was like, no, son, like, we can't do that. Like, we too cool. It's going to mess up our relationship, this and that. I was like, nah, I want you. I need to try this. I want to try it with you. She's actually the first person I ever even felt open enough to even say that with. If any gay woman or anything before ever tried to holler at me, or ever I was ever dancing with somebody and didn't realize it was a woman, like I immediately was like, oh my God, no, stop, don't touch me, like keep your distance. Like I used to always be like, never really told anybody about this, because I was just kind of like, I'm taking this to the grave, you know what I'm saying? But when I met her, I was like, look, we trying this, we doing this, okay? And when I tell y'all, the first time we had sex, it was like it was just like fireworks and light bulbs, and everything was just going off in my mind, thinking, this is what I've been missing? I've been messing around with dudes for all these years. I mean, for real, I met her at 24. You know what I'm saying? So I started having sex at 16, okay? Granted, I did meet, get with my ex-husband and all that at 18, but not proud of it. But, I stepped outside a few times. I'm not proud of that. Really not proud of that. But in my defense, I wasn't happy. He knew I wasn't happy, and I was kind of trying to find somewhere where I would be happy. I was low-key trying to find like somebody's dick I'm gonna like, okay? Somebody's gonna have some dick that I'm gonna like. Everybody say you supposed to like it. All these women say you're supposed to like it. I'm gonna find somebody. So I tried it. But anyway, like I said, I've been with fair share guys. But when I was with her, it was like the most amazing, enlightening moment in my life, okay? It was like, it just was everything to me. It was like I genuinely enjoyed having sex with a woman. So after that, I mean, we hung out for a little bit. We had our little issues and our differences. So I did end up talking to a few other girls. Actually, at the time when my ex-husband caught me talking to somebody else, it was with a different chick. It wasn't with this chick, but it was really only trying to make my love of my life, the girl that I met and just changed my life. It was really, I was trying to make her mad. You see a pattern there. I do that sometimes. It's not good, but it happens. So he heard and he left. He packed his stuff. He got up out of there and he never came back. I filed for divorce. We got a divorce. It was all good. So for the last 5 years, I've been living my life, with dealing with only women, and I've been just fine with that. It took me a while, though, to slowly come out to like my friends and family and stuff like that, because I felt awkward with being myself with them because I had known them for so long and they knew me as this one person. And I felt like everybody was going to judge me like, you're not really gay. You can't really be gay. You know, you've been with all these men. You know, why women now? You know, are you just choosing to be gay? I just felt like people were just going to be judging me so much. So I slowly started telling people and this and that. And I mean, I'm still kind of to the point where it's like I don't necessarily broadcast it, but if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, over the last 5 years, my style has changed. Whereas, pretty much, if you have a brain and you look at me, you're probably gonna be like, "Is she a lesbian?" You know, because I have like a STEM, somewhat androgynous style. You know, where I mix both. You know, I wear men's clothes and I wear women's clothes. I mix them both up. You know, I might wear a women's top with all men, everything else. But like I said, if you look at me, it's clearly like, is she gay? So I mean, I'm not trying to hide anything necessarily. I definitely don't put myself on blast. And what I mean by that is kind of like Facebook and stuff like that. You know, people where I've known for so long. You know, work people, co-workers, church members, a lot of stuff like that. Like I still, even now, you know, 5 years later, and you know, comfortable in my sexuality now, comfortable with who I am, I still feel a little weird with just making this announcement on Facebook, okay? And my ex used to really bother her because to her it's like, if you're not out on Facebook, you're not out. To me, that makes no sense, okay? Because Facebook are people that I don't even really know like that. They don't even really need to know my life and my business. However, everyone close to me, all my friends and family, you know, that are close to me at this point, they know. You know, I definitely don't hide anything, but it was a little weird and still does feel a little weird with kind of telling some people only because I was, you know, with guys for so long. I have been married and I have a daughter. You know, that sparks a lot of questions with straight people and with gay people. You know, with women that I deal with and stuff like that. A lot of people, their first question is kind of like, oh, so you have a daughter. So how'd that happen? You know, it's kind of like, I had sex with a man, got pregnant. What you mean, how'd that happen? You know, but it's kind of like I found myself. It took me a while to find myself. And honestly, I'm still working on being comfortable with just people, I guess, asking questions, and I guess people, you know, kind of wondering and stuff like that. You know, I'm really open and I'm really out there about certain things, but I am a little bit sheltered, a little bit hesitant to just kind of put it out there on Facebook, if you will, like on the internet. I don't understand. I don't even know why it's such a big deal to me. I think it's just church members really is the main thing. And I don't care too much about people judging me, but at the same time, it's like, why you need to know my life? You don't need to know my life. If I don't know you and you haven't seen me in 15 years, you don't really need to know what's going on. But, you know, I feel like if or when, you know, I do find like, you know, my next soulmate and the person that I really, you know, I'm in love with and feel like that I'm going to spend some time with, you know, longer than a year, I probably will post them on Facebook and go ahead and come out and, you know, like on Facebook. Like I said, I mean, I consider myself out. I told my mom, my dad, they're cool with it. You know, my brothers, my cousins, my aunts, uncles, like they know, you know, and everybody was really okay with it. Everybody was kind of like, oh, okay. Oh, makes sense. You know, honestly, that's the reaction that I got almost every time that I come out. It's like, makes sense. And I think it's just mostly because I was mostly a tomboy. Like I said, a lot of my younger years, and then even after that, even when I started dressing little girly in high school, I'm still like super rough around the edges. I'm still like, what up, B? What's good? Like, I'll be dapping the homies up and stuff. Like, I've never been like a really flirty, dainty, girly girl. I don't even know how to be like that, to be honest, you know. So when I see a homeboy or somebody that I know, I'm going in for the dap. What's good, my nigga? You feel me? Like, I don't be going in for like the hug, you know. They might go in for the hug, and I'm just like, oh, hey, you know. But my initial reaction is to dap you up. You know, I'm a homie. So I think that's why a lot of the times people weren't surprised with that because they know me hanging around dudes, you know, and just being the homie, and just being a little rough around the edges. You know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of like a quick, somewhat quick story about how I came out, how I found myself, and where I am now. A little bit about the challenges that I still have, kind of sort of with my sexuality, and stuff like that. So we'll talk about more of this. You know, we'll get into more of this. If, you know, anybody has any questions or anything, of course, leave them in the comments for me. I will address them. Might make a whole video about the questions. Because I feel like it's just a lot of questions that people have when they find out you were married and with a man and now you're gay. You know, a lot of people feel like it's a choice, or, you know, are you just sick of men type deal. So I'll be glad to elaborate on that, basically. Um, and I just want this to kind of touch other people, you know, maybe somebody who's planning on leaving their husband, you know, maybe somebody who's struggling with having these relationships with women. I mean, these feelings about women, and just really want to not be with a man. Maybe they can relate to this. Maybe you guys have some questions for me, you know, just to see kind of how I did and how things turned out. Um, so my hopes here is to touch somebody in this video, and for somebody to relate. Okay. You might be going through, like I said, something similar to this. Maybe you just left your husband for women, or, you know, something like that. So just let me know. I'm here to talk. All right. That's it. Like I said, I just want to come at y'all with a quick video because it's been days. I swear I'm going to try, like, my main mission is to come up with 2 days, maybe 3 days a week that I post videos. Rather they be Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Boom. Those are my video days. But I'm still new to this. Okay. I'm trying to be true to this, but I'm still new to this. And I be having a lot going on sometimes, but you know, I'm back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Anyway, I still haven't figured out how to put that intro song into these videos, but hey, come back, fuck with me, roll with me, hang with me, be down with me. All right, hey, come back. You feel me? I enjoy talking with y'all, I really do. I enjoy drinking with y'all, and you know, hope this thing can kind of grow a little bit, you know. But even if it doesn't, I'm not even mad about that. I really do just kind of want to put videos out there just to share. Okay, so love you guys. Like I said, if you liked it at all, come back, roll with me. All right, I'll be back with another one in a couple of days. All right, peace.